Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Buster Green and I'm an anime YouTuber, and holy crap, I'm 25 people away from getting monetized? Wow, I'm so close. I can't believe it. Alright, I got a lot of new subscribers this weekend and I want to say thank you to everyone. I also need to get my views up to finalize the monetization thing, so if you want to check any of my reviews from the past episodes of this show or any other shows I've reviewed in the past, that'd be cool. Alright, anyway, let's start episode 6. So, in a very, very interesting and very cool television move, episode 5 had a random dramatic moment where the two witches met in a hallway. Episode 6 actually shows you the full context of what happened in that meeting and why it was so dramatic. It's some really ingenious editing, I have to say, because in episode 5 it was played as an important but casual item. But this episode starts off the same thing with, "Wow, I thought you were dead." So Elon's mom type figure is named Belle, and she is very shocked that Lady Prospera is still alive and has the aerial Gundam. Prospera, meanwhile, is sad that Belle is working for Pell Technologies and is asking her so many questions, so she leaves. She then asks a super dramatic question about the Gundam Fair Act, and I'm not sure if the translation is off, but she seems to be asking how many pilots has that Gundam had. And Belle doesn't want to give her the answer, and that kind of implies that it's been at least a couple. Anyway, Prosper is very confident in Soletta's win, as am I, and to be honest with you guys, if it wasn't for this main character plot armor, the Fair Act still has this original generation Gundam system that kills its pilots, so honestly, full dark drama here, I kind of think Elon will die piloting the Gundam in this episode, especially if the Gundam, shits its feedback on him and, gives him brain damage. Anyway, so fortune teller girl tells another dice fortune to Soletta. Chubby girl calls Elon a creep, and Soletta is still sad from the last episode and wonders if Elon is hating on her because she asked him about his birthday. Then Mio Mio yells that Soletta just has bad taste in people and she falls for sweet words too easily. Anyway, Choo Choo just wants Soletta to crush him, and then Mirin gets pissed because if I understand the rules of the school correctly, if Elon does somehow manage to defeat Soletta, then suddenly Elon will be Mirin's husbando. So Mirin leaves all pissed, and that's that. Major drama goes down with Gold Turk. He's been freaking disowned. He's kicked out of his own house, and all he has left is a freaking backpack. That is a huge status change for him. Oh, but interesting, he hasn't been totally disowned, because apparently his dad is still willing to pay his tuition, but he's been, fired from his family or kicked out of the Jaturk house. I'm kind of confused at how much unusual control his murderous dad, CEO, has over his life situation. And is this a CEO move or a dad move? Either way, Jaturk's been disowned, but he's still in school because he has to stay there for plot reasons. Now Ghoul puts his brother in charge of the house as a final move. And anyway, then Elon and Soletta's duel starts. Now I'm super curious what Soletta is going to bet here. And as it turns out, Soletta bets nothing because she doesn't know what she wants to bet. And Selena is being a total bitch about it again. Now Shadiq is nice, and he says she has a day to figure it out, and meanwhile Elon just doesn't care. Anyway, Shadiq finally takes an interest in Soletta because of how much she's messed up Ghoul and Elon, and then Soletta goes back to her Earth House crew. Now they are concerned about the Ariel's mobility, and they don't think it's going to be enough to beat the Fair Act, so they think it needs a thruster unit to compete evenly with all the other Pale Technologies Gundams, and since they don't have one, they decide to make one out of recycled parts with Nika's know-how, which is amazing. Now, it looks like they scrap a Gatling gun and some kind of, bus to make one, and I guess that's enough to make it work. Then Elon and Belle talk, and another Elon shows up. Oh no! This new Elon is an asshole! I don't like this at all. It's really creepy. Also, holy fuck, it's worse than I thought. I first thought that Elon was a Puru 2 style clone, but no, he's a stunt double? Because the real Elon is too much of a risk asshole to actually attend school? Seriously? Oh, and it gets even worse. He's not even a fucking Puru 2 clone or a stunt double. He's a guy who had face replacement surgery, like Nicolas Cage in the movie Face Off. Holy doppelganger syndrome, Batman. He was definitely angry about the way his face looked before, and I thought that was just a clone thing. But, whoa, this is way worse than that. Anyway, so then we go back to Soletta, who's out in space now with the Aerial Gundam's booster pack. And wow, that finished really fast. It has a very Double Zeta Sentinel Gundam look. It's very bulky, and I'm here for that. Now, Soletta's trying to make sense of what happened to her, and she rationalizes that Elon was only kind to her so he could duel her Gundam. And Mirin curses her out for being too self-conscious and not moving forward, so she blasts off in her Gundam and goes back to school. Now, Nika and Mirin have a really nice moment where Nika shows that she has the utmost faith in her, and Mirin is acting super tsundere, talking about her gay marriage being jeopardized by the duel. And then in a surprising move, Soletta flies her Gundam into the Pale House to try and get a conversation with Elon going. Now, apparently though, Elon's antisocial and none of his roommates actually have like his contact info, which infuriates Soletta so much that she hacks into the intercom system to curse him out in front of everyone. Now, Elon hears this, but he doesn't want to get out of bed, so then she sings him happy birthday like Marilyn Monroe. But that pisses him off, so he calls her to curse her out, and she tries to be super nice to him, but he just hangs up on her. Ugh, what a fucking creep. I'm not sure if I hate no personality Elon or too much personality Elon more. Like, either way, Elon sucks. Anyway, so this makes Soletta decide, like, what she wants to bet, but she hasn't told us right away, which is fascinating. Anyway, so I guess the Ariel and the Ferract are going to fight in the middle of space, and here we go, Gundam fight, ready, go. Now, in the upper classroom lounge, Lauda Neil has replaced Gul Turk, and we know that he's Turk's half-brother, but this is the first time we're hearing his full name, and he has a different last name, and he doesn't really look like his brother, so I wonder if he's more of like a half-brother. Anyway, so Soletta finally bets that if she wins the battle, Elon has to explain himself to her honestly, which is seemingly not an equivalent gamble for the Aerial Gundam's value, but okay, sure, I buy that. Now, Soletta is totally annoyed with his vague and not well-behaved behavior, so she's demanding an explanation, and okay, yeah, sure, that's logical. Anyway, so the episode is half over now, so I'm guessing the second half of the episode is going to be like all pure combat action. So Elon immediately turns on his Gundam system and curses out Soletta because he's a disposable pawn just created to pilot the Gundam. He also gets completely pissed that Soletta is living her full best life, and he meanwhile is a fucking like stunt double living a life of suffering. And holy shit, this is the first time I've really seen Soletta have to try and use the Gundam so far in the series. And I have to compliment her that the way she uses the Gundam bits are really different from any previous Gundam pilot I've seen in all of Gundam history. Like, I've seen pilots have like strong control over the bits before, but Soletta's doing it differently in that she seems to be commanding them all individually, and it's really weird. But like, for example, in this one scene when Elon solos out like attacking one of the bits, Soletta seems individually concerned for it, and then she actually has the other bits go back and like get it, which is a very, very skilled move. Also, holy shit, lol, Gul is living in a tent now. Look at his life, at least he still has his iPad. Anyway, so then Soletta fuses her gun bits onto the backpack to create an even more high-speed form, and she chases Elon at high speed, which further annoys him. So he goes permit score 4, and once again, I have to point out that Elon is really struggling to fight Soletta, while meanwhile, Soletta is not struggling at all. I'm not sure if Soletta has engaged any of all of her permit scores at this point, and I'm not even sure if the Aerial has them, since its bits just seem to work without putting Soletta in danger. Anyway, they leave the Gundam fight ring, and then Bell points out that Elon is now dying from going permit score 4. So then he goes all crazy, and he manages to blow up Soletta's new boost backpack. And then Elon curses out Bell by her full name, which is Belmaria Winston. And then he uses the ultimate attack of sending a laser net of his bits directly forward at Soletta to try and trap her, and this actually works. Now, this seems to be going great for him, but then Soletta releases this insane kind of an EMP attack. And on top of that, once the EMP hits Elon, he has this like weird hallucination of a child. Now, I'm guessing that's baby Soletta from the prologue, and is it possibly the soul of the Gundam? Or is it now like a vision of Soletta's inner child, which has somehow been like recorded to the Gundam? It's very, very creepy. Anyway, the Ariel has had it with Elon's shit, and it fucking barbecues him, cutting off its Gundam horn thingy, and then Soletta Mercury in the Ariel Gundam gets her second win out of 0 losses. Roji and his Green UC Haro have apparently recorded the permit data, which will probably definitely work towards exposing Elon as a Gundam pilot and getting him into trouble. Meanwhile, Elon's Ferric looks like it's about to explode, and Elon is having some like near-death vision of his like first birthday party. So Soletta pulls him out of the Gundam and like stops him from hallucinating. Now Elon kind of remembers his real mom at this point, but is like conflicted by this and says it's not a true memory. While Soletta super confirms that she likes Elon enough to celebrate his birthday, and she tries so fucking hard to cement their friendship. Now Nika teases Mio, and Mia says she's a nice bride, so she'll allow Soletta to have boyfriends. But anyway, then they flash forward to like a day later, and they're on a bench together, and Mio's still low-key pissed because she's a tsundere. Anyway, Soletta thanks her for being like a good wife, and then she puts a curfew on her, and then... Holy fuck, Elon Ceres was murdered in a garbage compactor at 10:10 a.m. And Soletta doesn't know. Oh my god! What the fuck? Did Soletta and Elon achieve new type mental understanding at the end before he was murdered? What the fuck? God damn it, Gundam. Oh, God. First series death 6 episodes in? It's already hitting this hard? Oh my god, I feel like an idiot for ignoring the obvious death flags in this episode. 4 Murasame died, and Puru died, and Puru 2 died, and literally anyone in Gundam with, like, another person's face, they always die. And Soletta's still there waiting on the bench for him? She's still waiting there even now? Waiting on that damn bench with that damn dog from that sad Futurama episode? Oh my god. And then there was also that hard callback to the prologue. When Soletta sang happy birthday to Elon, then he was murdered. Just like her dad was murdered. Just like JFK was murdered. Oh my god, is that a thing now? Anytime someone gets sung happy birthday, they die? Oh god. That's so fucking sad. Alright, that episode was a lot. Subscribe. Thanks. I'm going. Bye.